Hey, hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Do you really want to see how to create a shaped bar chart? So I have just created it and I will show you how to create it to step by step. So before going ahead, I'll give you a brief about the current visualization. This is the sample superstore data set and I am using the percent of total sale across the different state. So I picked up the top 5 states over here, and as per the percent of sales I can see the variation into the bar chart. Okay, so the reason behind this is the shape bar chart is I can change the shape of the chart over here. I can switch to any shape like this, and I can give attractiveness to my visualization. So if you want to see how I created this, I'll give a step-by-step process to create a shape bar chart. So watch this video till the end so that you will get very good understanding. So let's get started. All right, so now we are going to recreate this visualization, and before recreating it I'll show you the formal visualization of the same details over here. So if you see here, we have a same visualization. We are seeing the total percent of sale of top 5 states. Okay, so I don't think I need to give a brief explanation about this bar chart. So now we have to play around with this. So take a pen and a paper and note each step and try to do it with your own data set. Okay, so as per the requirement we have to create the shaped bar chart. So we have to do some manipulation with the state, right? So before moving ahead, I'll give you one Excel file here. So we have to create another data set with the state field, and in the state field we have to give the path field. Okay, so we will copy paste the states present in the superstore data set, because this is the field on which we have to create our the shaped bar chart, right? Now we have to give a path from 0 to 99. Okay, 0 to 99, and here the state, each state must have these two values. Let's say state A have 0 and state A have 99. So if I can manage this, I can create the index from 0 to 99, or I can create the bin from 0 to 99, and I can give the partition as per my requirement over there. So I will come to that part later. So for now, what you have to do, you just have to assign 0 and 99 value to each state. Okay, so for example, I'll apply filter and I'll show you the first example. Let's say Alabama. In Alabama state I have path 0 and 99. Okay, so likewise you have to create the own custom data set to create the bin. Okay, we are going to create a bin on this set so that we can create a shaped bar chart. Okay, so now we have this data set and we have copied and pasted it over here. So I'll quickly show you it all and copy and paste it over here into the Tableau workplane like this. So this will take a few seconds to load the data set, right? So here our data set is ready, so we don't need this. So if I click on path and drag it over here, so this is showing me the sum of path, which is not at all necessary, not at all required. So step number 1, note it down, we have to create a bin on the path. Okay, so we'll create a bin, create bins on the path, and we'll give bin size of 5. You can give any bin size, but if you give 5, we will get more details into the data. So this is our bin. Now we will create the index like this, apply. Okay, so now we have state in our copied dataset, and in the sample superstore dataset we have state. So now we have to join these two dataset using the common attribute called as state. Alright, so it will perform automatically, so no need to worry about it. So now what we have to do, interesting point. So now we will drag the index over the workplane like in column, and then we will drag the state into the rows like this, and now we will drag this path bin next to the state. All right, here we will change our bar chart to square, so we will get all the squares like this, and then we will drag this path bin to the details like this. Okay, so we have top 5 states as per our requirement, and now for index we will do compute using the path bin like this. So we got all the details over here. So for each partition we have our visualization almost ready. All right, so hope you are clear till this point. Now we will go and drag our percent of cells into the label like this. So if you see here, 38%, 26%, 9.8%, 14.3% and 11.6%, and our ordinary visualization having the same number. So we are not losing any details over here. I mean, this is a crucial detail which is on place. All right, so now we have the percent of total cells in all the partitions over here in the bin basically. So now what we are going to do is we have to apply the coloring on the block value where the percentage is matching. I mean, if it is 38%, then it supposed to be around here in the third row. Okay, because 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, something like that will happen. Let me change the bin size for a while. All right, so this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, this is 100%. All right, now we have to calculate the difference. So we will first increase the size a little bit. Okay, then in the text we will align the text like this, and now we will apply the coloring format on this. All right, so let me show you the total cell without any percentage. Okay, and we have to give a value to each blocks, like for each block we have to calculate the percentage. Okay, so what we will do, we will create a block value tc block value. Okay, block value is nothing but index divided by window max index. hit on apply. Okay, so if I drag this to text, we'll see it is 1, but now we will have to compute it by using pathbin. Okay, so we got the value for each block based on the index. All right, so now we have to apply the condition for the coloring. So for that, we'll create a calculated field and then we'll apply tc dot color if tc percent cell is greater than equal to tc block value, then color else red. Can give any condition over here, that is completely fine. I mean any name into the condition. And now we will first drag this to the text. So if you see here, we have red 0.38 is something around 0.30 and 0.40 is greater than 0.38, then we have got color over here. So our if else condition is working completely fine. So what we will do now, we will use this into the color like this. Got you? So here we got all the coloring. Great. Now we don't need the other details. Now we are almost close to our shaped bar chart, and I'll change the size of bin from 10 to 5 so that we will get the more detail into the visualization. So from 10 I'll switch this to 5 and hit on OK. So by this we will get the more details like this. Alright, so we don't need this index anymore. We will hide it. We will remove all the unnecessary grid lines over here. So let's come here, say no, we don't need any reference line. All right, make it more clear. What we can do, we can use the percent of cell along with the states, and I'll change it to discrete. I'll make it little bit large like this. So yeah, now this looks a bit attractive compared to this bar chart. This bar chart is look very good, and here you can even change the size like this. From square to you can turn to the circle, or you can turn it to any shape. I can give the shape like this. I'll increase the size. Yeah, so this looks much better now. So this is how we create a shaped bar chart. You can change the shape of bar chart and play around it with it, and like this you can apply the similar technique to your project to get a very good visualization. And but make sure you are not losing out the underlying details, which are very important. If the details are not correct, then visualization does not make any sense. All right, so I hope you got this topic and you know how to create the shaped bar chart now. So you can try this with your different data set and explore this bespoke visualization. And till then, I will see you in the next video with another topic. Take care. Bye bye.